Alrighty, my DC flock, I am in the mood to experience some AEW content, some AEW enjoy. That's right, I asked you guys in the community tab to give me some AEW stuff to react to, and you know what? We've got a video here that one of you chose. It wasn't me. One of you guys said. Check out 99 problems in AEW in 13 minutes. So here we are, we're checking out this video here. Disclaimer, I am not the person that made this list. If you are an AEW fan and you don't like WWE, you don't gotta tell us. That's okay. You don't gotta close the button. That's alright. I want you to recommend some good stuff about AEW that you want me to see. I'm checking out all AEW stuff for like the next week or so, okay? Okay. That being said, I'm just going off what you guys told me to check out. I'm here with my flock. We here. Click the top link in the description if you want to go check out the original upload of this content. It's about a year old, by the way. Click the bottom link if you want to hang out with me and the flock alone I have on Twitch. Let's go.
1. Signing Edge to AEW was not a great decision because his presence does very little to sell tickets or boost the ratings. 2. Signing Ric Flair to AEW.
We just going quick shoot by like that. What did Edge do? Damn. Okay. My bad. So the signings are the problems? This feel like it's gonna be kind of cheese though. You gonna cheat to hit 99, bro?
In a multi-year deal doesn't make any sense considering he's almost 75 years old and brings very little value to the product. It also doesn't help that he has a very shady past. 3. Tony Khan chastised Vince McMahon for being a sexual abuser, but then
Nah, we gotta bring it back, man. This was a choice, Vince. I was like, maybe his eyebrows didn't. His eyebrow went in it. He really went. He put a little cut in his eyebrow, y'all. Why Vince put a part in his eyebrow? Vincent, with the Walt Disney mustache. Vincent. This is 99 problems with WWE right here. Honestly, this is crazy.
Abuser, but then signs Ric Flair, who also has been outed as a sexual abuser, to AEW. This is selective morality. 4. Tony Khan banned Hulk Hogan from AEW due to his racist past, but then allows Sabu to be on AEW TV, even though he has said some very racist things. 5. Allowing Paul White to be a physical threat on AEW doesn't make sense because the man can barely move anymore. He looks like he's permanently doing the stanky leg. 6. Signing Jeff Hardy to AEW was not.
I don't like that we just counting signings as problems, bro. LH. And we not going to just slide by him saying Big Show doing the stanky leg. That ain't right. This shit messy. I ain't gonna lie. This is oh no, we reaching.
The greatest move. He has proved to be more of a liability through his DUI arrest, and he doesn't move the needle like how he used to. 7. Over-relying on older stars is a common thing in AEW as there's a constant presence and emphasis on stars that are over 50 years old. 8. Letting CM Punk go was a big mistake as ratings are now low and AEW is struggling to sell tickets.
Did they have a choice?
AEW is very disorganized, as seen with them not having a ride ready for their biggest star CM Punk for All In London, forcing.
Alright, so my AEW birds on YouTube. Right, for those of you who are AEW fans, like die hard for real, I think this video is doing the opposite of what it intended to do. Because I'm sitting here like, this is bullshit so far. Yo, November, honestly, I'm really sitting here like, this is what we do it. And y'all know I'm fair. I'm very much fair. I'm very fair. Like, oh no, this list is also bullshit so far, bro.
Him to find his way to the stadium in a foreign country. 10. Tony Khan is afraid to hand his big stars losses, so he books his big stars conservatively, which is a problem. 11. Tony Khan's rants on Twitter are quite honestly embarrassing, and he seems more like a petulant child crying on the internet because he doesn't get his way.
He could have done like
12.
a nice, neat 30
fan Tranquilo Club revealed that Tony Khan reached out to him to get booking advice. This is the problem with Tony Khan. 13. Tony Khan's huge announcements are getting out of hand. Some of the stuff that he announces can just be tweeted out. 14. Tony Khan can't get a hold of his talent. This is seen.
So we just, instead of saying, "Oh, a problem is Tony Khan," we just 100% just go fucking throw entry after entry. This what we doing it? Get me out of. All right, this is, we're only a minute and 51 seconds into the video, and I'm being converted. Yeah, yeah, I'm converted. AEW fans, give me some good stuff to react to. I got y'all all week. Nothing but AEW. I got y'all.
With the many backstage fights in AEW. 15. Tony Khan is too nice and wants to be one of the boys so bad. This results in people taking advantage of him. 16. AEW lied about the all-in Wembley attendance. They said that the attendance was over 80,000, while the English government said that the attendance was around 72,000. Very WWE move. 17. 3 shows is way too many shows. Everything besides Dynamite doesn't feel like necessary viewing, besides Collision once in a while. 18. AEW's crowds are getting emptier by the show. 19. On top of the empty crowds, the crowds are much quieter in comparison to the AEW between 2019 and 2021. 20. AEW tours in the same places constantly and it wears off the novelty of AEW in these cities. 21.
Bro, like it did like, what? I don't even want to sit through the whole 13 minutes of this. Because this is like, I feel like it's like rage bait or something. Like, not even like intentional rage bait, but it's like, bro, I'm getting dragged along. I'm getting dragged along for nonsense. And I'm not even an AEW like fan or nothing. Like, I'm not an AEW hater, but it's like it. You're making me want to stand up for AEW because this feel like just a super duper reaches. I don't know. It's you could have made half of these like a singular entry. You could have been like, 10 things. 10 things. Jesus.
1. AEW's ticket prices are quite high considering their product isn't that hot. They've reduced their prices, but it's still a problem. 22. AEW ratings have been suffering in 2023 and it's just getting worse. 23. When AEW and NXT went head-to-head in October of 2023, NXT beat AEW in the ratings. Granted, NXT had a very stacked card with top stars, it's still embarrassing for AEW. 24. AEW haven't hit 1 million viewers on Dynamite since February of 2023, and it doesn't look like that will change for a while. 25. Battle of the Belts episodes are a flop. Title changes rarely ever happen and it tanks in the ratings. 26. AEW are moving to monthly pay-per-views, which isn't a bad thing, but $50 a month for a pay-per-view is outrageous, considering WWE does the same but for $10 a month. 27.
I don't know about
AEW
this
still
list,
don't have
man.
a streaming service like the WWE network, even though Tony Khan has promised it for years.
And look, I understand. I understand that there's probably like WWE for lifers, like WWE lifers that watch something like this and like, oh hell yeah, see? 99 fucking problems. Yeah, but like, I don't know, man. It was like, I don't know. This, like, when I was in the political space, this is the type of like shady shit that I would do to get views, you know? Like, this is like the shady shit that I would be up to. I'd be on some fucking like, yeah, you know what? That party right there. I didn't know what the fuck they talking about. Look at this fire. Look at the way he breathes. This guy is a fucking thing of like, like I don't know, man. I'm only like a fucking a fourth. I'm like a fourth of the way to this video, and I don't think I want to go to the whole thing. I'll do it though. I'll do it. I'll provide. I'll do it. Just know, you know where I stand. You know where I stand 10 minutes into.
28. Storylines in AEW are lacking and not good enough. 29. Booking has no continuity. Stars get a push then disappear for weeks on end, thus diminishing their momentum. 30. Tony Khan booked Kenny Omega vs MJF on 3 days notice on free TV in front of 3,500 fans and 470,000 viewers on TV. AEW could have made much more money from this match, but Tony Khan was booking just to pop a rating. 31. The booking of the women's division has been a problem in AEW since day one, and it's basically the same to this day. 32. The women of AEW don't have enough TV time to tell stories or cut promos, and this affects the division negatively. 33. The women's division has so much drama backstage. There's so much bullying and politicking, and that is detrimental to the division. 34. Tony Khan is afraid to lean into real life. Vince McMahon would have taken full advantage of the All-In fight with Jack Perry and CM Punk and would have probably played the footage of the fight on TV and turned it into a storyline, but instead Tony Khan just fired his biggest star, CM Punk. 35. There's too much of a presence of Ring of Honor on AEW TV, considering that a large majority of the AEW fan base doesn't watch ROH. 36. The whole interim champion thing is a mess. 37. The booking of the TNT title has been a mess. Before Christian Cage got the title had diminished in significance. 38. Getting rid of the ranking system was a mistake because it progressed storylines and made booking sense. 39. Tony Khan could benefit from having a creative team or someone qualified to help him with creative in order to add good storylines to matches. 40. AEW doesn't hold production meetings in fear of things leaking before the show, even though this is a prerequisite to put on a good TV show. And that's why there's so many production issues with AEW on TV when watching live. 41. Wrestling is supposed to be a circus. There's not enough freaks and too many guys and
Ain't enough freaks in there, man. What a freak say, yo. Let me see that thing you do with your tongue, man. Ain't no freaks, man. What's going on here? I get what he means, though. Like, Master Freak, yeah. No guy don't got enough big sideshow fellas, bro. We need more fellas out there that can't fucking sprint in the ring. We need towers in there. We need mountains of meat, bro.
Top positions of AEW that look like regular people. 42. There's too many dream matches in AEW and not enough story-driven matches. 43. There's a massive focus on putting on good wrestling matches, which is fair, but it's not the key to growing an audience. 44. There's a lot of fast food wrestling in AEW, filled with insane spots designed to give the viewers a dopamine rush, but is ultimately forgettable. Filet mignon wrestling is what is needed. 45. There's no performance center in AEW, and fans
Fast
can tell.
food wrestling,
There's
by the
way
way.
too many botches in AEW. 46.
Holy
The
shit,
over-reliance
honey, are
on
you
hardcore
okay?
gimmick matches is a massive problem in AEW, and quite frankly, there's just too much blood. 47. John Moxley bleeds way too much. Almost every single match he wrestles in, he bleeds. This wears off the novelty and shock factor of blood. 48. AEW matches are too unsafe. You have wrestlers flip-flop flying and almost dying just to get a pop from the fans, which is unsustainable in the long run. 49. Due to this dangerous way of wrestling, there have been way too many injuries in AEW, which hurts the product. 50. The concussion protocol is seriously lacking. You know it's bad when one of your top stars, John Moxley, is calling out the concussion protocol in AEW. 51. Bryan Danielson is a major asset in AEW, but he's fragile due to his injury-laden past. AEW have allowed him to do whatever he wants, and that's why he's had so many injuries in AEW. 52. AEW allowed Bryan Danielson to wrestle even though he had 2 fractured orbital bones, which is unacceptable.
He's been cooking himself even more
53.
since going to
Darby
AEW?
Allin
That's
takes
kind of
insane
crazy.
bumps, which is awesome and all, but this sort of recklessness is what could land him in a wheelchair by the time he's 50. AEW needs to protect wrestlers from themselves. 54. Even though Darby Allin is injured, he's still allowed to do death-defying stunts elsewhere, and this could seriously hurt him, which could be bad for AEW. 55.
What the hell are
AEW
you
even
doing,
allowed Darby
bro?
Allin to get a face tattoo. While this is
99 problems in AEW. Darby Allin has a face tattoo.
sick on the surface, it ruins all chances for him to become a megastar in AEW. You can't have someone be the biggest star and marketer of your product with a face tattoo. Advertisers won't allow this. 56. MJF used to wrestle once or twice a month, but nowadays in AEW, he wrestles 4 to 5 times a month. This overexposes him and wears the special aura of MJF away. 57. Allowing MJF to hype up his contract ending and him potentially going to WWE is a bad look. It makes AEW look like the little leagues. 58. It's not only MJF who buries AEW publicly, but other wrestlers do this too, and it just makes AEW look really bad. 59. Letting Cody Rhodes go was a big mistake as it left a massive hole in AEW. When Cody Rhodes left, it was the beginning of the end for AEW. 60. Letting Jade Cargill go was a big mistake, seeing how she's been treated like a superstar in WWE. Tony Khan should have thrown whatever amount of money she wanted so that she could stay. 61. Not signing Dragon Lee was unfortunate, but it highlights the problem of AEW giving one-off appearances to talent just to put them on WWE's radar so that they can sign them. The same thing happened with Cora Jade. 62. It's been reported that the AEW Fight Forever video game took about $40 million to develop. Everyone played the game for a few weeks and then dropped it because of its issues. It's now on sale for almost half the price it was at the launch date. It looks like the game is a flop and is not profitable. 63.
I wouldn't call this a problem for AEW.
Diehards thing is kind of cringe on both sides, but the problem with AEW Diehards is that the second you criticize the product, it's like you've attacked them personally. I know because I used to be like this until I snapped out of it.
To be fair, honey, this is a problem on both sides, for sure. I won't call any other side. I won't call either side more toxic than the other, but I've definitely seen wars break out in like comments of older videos here on the channel. I'm like, damn, let me turn these notifications off. I do not want to get pings about this at 2:13 a.m. anymore. Face with the resub, I appreciate you. Come on.
64. The New Japan Pro Wrestling and AEW working relationship is one-sided. New Japan gets most of the benefits of their working relationship. 65. Adding the Ring of Honor belts, 19 different wrestlers could have a belt on them at any given time in AEW, and that's not even considering all the New Japan belts and the indie belts that wrestlers are allowed to have on TV. 66. The tag team division used to be stacked, but now there's just a mid-tag team division and a mid-trios division. 67. This has been a problem since the early days of AEW and persists to this day. There's just too many factions in AEW. 68. AEW's booking of Wardlow has been questionable to say the least. He could have been a big star, but his momentum has been thwarted way too many times. 69. Keith Lee used to be a big star in WWE, but now he's just another guy in AEW. 70. Miro could have been a big star in AEW, especially with his Redeemer gimmick, but all the momentum with him has been lost due to poor booking. 71. Malachi Black could have also been a big star fighting for the TNT title and the world title, but he's been stuck in trios action for a while.
Stretched.
This is a problem.
We really stretched to get some of these entries on.
But he hasn't reached his potential in AEW due to him being stuck in House of Black. He was better in WWE. 73. Athena is doing some of the best work of her career in Ring of Honor, but she should be on the biggest stage of Dynamite to showcase her talents. 74. Andrade has been mishandled in AEW. He could have been one of the biggest Latino stars in wrestling, but poor booking has prevented this. 75. Action Andretti scored a big singles win over Chris Jericho, but AEW haven't followed up on him and now he's just another guy. 76. Only bringing out Abaddon to wrestle on Dynamite once per year around Halloween is ridiculous. Either fire her or feature her more.
She 77. Looks terrifying, bro. Holy shit.
The rest of the four pillars are playing mainly side piece roles. It seems like the four pillars are there to hold up all the talent. 78. Watching anything to do with Matt Hardy is quite honestly painful. Get him off our TV screens. 79. Jeff Jarrett should not be featured on AEW.
Damn, not a man like that.
He's a relic of the past that should stay in the past. 80. Katsuyori Shibata almost died in the ring a few years ago. There's a reason why New Japan don't allow him to wrestle for them. Something catastrophic could happen to him at any time, but AEW allows him to do whatever he wants. 81. Tony Khan is too afraid to fire wrestlers as he lets their contracts run out. He should be more ruthless in these matters. 82. Instead of firing their biggest star and draw CM Punk, AEW should have instead fired Jack Perry for the All-In London Brawl. AEW is a business at the end of the day, and Jack Perry doesn't draw like Punk. 83. AEW let Stu Grayson go, just to rehire him a few months later, and then let him sit at home and suck money from AEW. This is the problem. 84. Wrestlers are allowed to take too much time off from AEW, and this ultimately hurts the product.
I don't think nobody told him his mohawk was lopsided. Your mohawk diagonal, bro. Nah, your shit is off center or something. It looked wrong, bro. Cut all that off. You cut all that off, to be honest. My bad.
From AEW, and this ultimately hurts the product. 85. Referees in AEW are almost non-existent. They are meant to enforce the rules, but they just let the wrestlers do whatever they want almost all the time. 86. Aubrey Edwards clearly has main character syndrome. She wants to be the center of attention so bad and get herself over, which is not what a referee is supposed to do. 87. The anti-Semitic storyline involving Juice Robinson and MJF was tasteless, considering 1,400 Jews were murdered by Hamas prior to that segment.
No.
88. The bad acting in segments is just cringe at times. The whole segment with Nick Wayne's mom was not good. 89. Two black men breaking into a white man's house in Virginia and cutting a promo on a baby that's unattended is so unrealistic that it's quite honestly ridiculous. 90. The Acclaimed are cool, but celebrating the 69th day of a title run is just plain silly. It feels
Come on. Let's take all the wrestling promotions that are self-aware, have some goofy ass segments. Let's not do this. Let's not do this.
kind of like a bad middle school joke at this point. Why would this incentivize viewers to tune in? 91. Even though their promo went off script and they began shooting, Edge calling Ricky Starks a vanilla midget version of The Rock is just too far. Comments like that can bury a young talent. 92. Powerhouse Hobbs' TNT title reign was largely forgettable due to bad booking, but AEW should have went all in on him because he could be a huge star for the future. 93.
Shades.
Excalibur
Gold.
speeding through
What the hell?
announcements on commentary to the point that he's out of breath was amusing at first, but it just gets a bit ridiculous after a while. Give the man more time. 94. AEW has been in negotiation with Warner Brothers for a couple of months now for a new TV deal, but negotiations have been stalling due to AEW's recent slump. 95. AEW is not concerned with growing their audience, they're more concerned with pleasing their hardcore fanbase. 96. AEW have lost the revolutionary feel that they had in the early days of AEW, and it just feels like another wrestling show. 97. AEW are having an identity crisis. They used to be like NXT on steroids, but now they are a mix of late stage WCW and 2010's TNA. 98. AEW is not the alternative anymore. They are conforming to the WWE way of doing things, and this is hurting them. 99. AEW is just not the same product that we all fell in love with. I'll leave it at that.
La. Alright, as a person with zero stake in like defending or standing up for AEW, I definitely feel like this list was a stretch to be a stretch. A lot of these entries could have been truncated or like put together and still kind of had the same effect. It would have been less annoying to me personally if if they did that. I don't know. This video kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It definitely feels a little like an attack, like a hit piece type video. It didn't have to be that. Yeah, I definitely have my reasons for not being a personal fan of AEW currently. And some of the reasons were mentioned in this video, to be fair. We've had discussion off stream before. But some of these criticisms can also fit WWE as well, right? And I'm sure in other spaces there's probably a similar video, 99 things wrong with WWE. So it's like I don't know, man. Yeah. It's a yike for me. The first half, yeah, it was pretty lopsided. 28 minutes. It's a little lopsided, but did he make a video like that? Yeah, I mean, see, get the views one way or another. That boy in the middle, like, yeah, wrestling all the way done. Yeah, wrestling done, right? I think if we're self-aware, we realize that we're watching like a predetermined sport with like, characters and performers and everything like that. And you look at the bigger picture, I think a lot of the criticisms and whatnot do kind of fit all that are fall under that umbrella. Sure you have, some, if you could like look at the promotion with sliders and shit, right? If you can look at the promotion with sliders, some promotions are more hardcore, some are more story-based, some are more sports entertaining, right? Like I don't know. This video felt kind of like bullied. The video is like a year old by now, so it's not news. I see there's other reactors that reacted to it. I'm late. I made it through the whole thing. I was about to tap out 10 minutes into it, but I made it through. If you want to check out the original uploader and give a piece of your mind, you can do that. Don't say I sent you, because I'm pretending I don't fucking know you. I did not send you. Support them. They made the content. We just reacted. Yeah. Want to hang out with me in the Flock Live on Twitch and get some unfiltered, cut thoughts, come over to Twitch. Come on. I'm here. We're here. Yeah, I got a free Patreon with free bonus content that you can't get here, so click the fucking Patreon link right now. Do it right now. Anyone who's over there will tell you it's free. There's real stuff over there. Thank you so much to those of you that have made it over to the Patreon. I appreciate you.
I'm still hungry.